Welcome back to Temporal Directive, the Star Trek fan podcast, rewatching the entire franchise in chronological order. I'm Gary.
And I'm Tom.
And this week we're watching Star Trek Enterprise's North Star. Star Trek, the ultimate franchise. These are the podcasts of the Wakefield brothers. Their 16-year mission to watch every production, to seek out life lessons and new inspirations, to boldly watch like most fans have watched before. Hello, Thomas.
Hi.
How you doing?
Not bad.
How's your week been?
Oh, same old.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not overly exciting.
not very exciting here either, to be honest.
Gets a bit like that, doesn't it?
Yep.
Back to the real world.
I'm back to, I'm going to another conference next week, so that'll be fun.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah, only in Hobart this time, not Adelaide, so that's a little less
shame.
exciting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, less exciting things to do in Hobart. Like
that's right.
no escape rooms and
And
things.
no time, because I won't have any time before or after. I was just drive down the afternoon before, 2 days at the conference, and drive home the next morning.
Yeah.
So it's a
A lot less fun.
lot less fun.
Yeah.
No hijinks hotel,
That's a
no
shame.
escape rooms.
Yeah, no. Sounds horrible.
Maybe a decent restaurant.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
Yeah.
Don't they still have a Pizza Hut down there?
Pizza Hut,
Eat all
go
you
fuck
want.
yourself. No. Well, I mean, they might. I don't know. But when I say decent restaurant, I'm not talking about a fucking Pizza Hut. There's a nice Mexican place in North Hobart that I like.
Yeah.
And there's a Asian restaurant I like in Salamanca Place as well. So I'll probably do one or both of those.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Yeah. Anyway. And Wicked. You and I saw Wicked the other night.
It was awesome, yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, not as good as the first one, but
Well, no. Wasn't going to be, I don't think.
I mean, there's some things I could talk about on that I didn't really like that much, but
That's a whole nother podcast,
yeah,
you think?
we're not here to talk about Wicked. Yeah, although I could.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, it was good.
Yeah, it was.
It was good. And we went to a fancy screening and I got suckered into buying the popcorn bucket with the light that lights up and flashes. And
Yeah.
The
The
cup
hat.
with the hat. And
Yeah. Yep. You got
$60 later.
yeah, straight into the merchandising, didn't you? Yeah.
I'm a sucker. I'm
Yeah.
a sucker for
Well,
that sort of shit.
I paid like $20 for my drinking Coke drinking popcorn without any issues.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, now I have a light up popcorn bucket that I'm going to put on a shelf and never use again.
I mean, you could use it as another like chip bucket or something, but then it's something else you have to clean every time you have chips.
That's right.
You just eat them out of the packet and throw it away.
It'll just sit there and collect dust.
Yeah.
And eventually I'll get sick of looking at it and it'll go into a box somewhere.
Yep.
But, whatever.
That's what people do.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Can't help myself.
Yeah. Not just you. They make money off thousands.
I know.
Millions
I
even.
know.
Yeah.
All right, not much to talk about this week, so let's get into this week's episode. This week's episode is called North Star. It is written by David A. Goodman, directed by David Stratton, with the original air date of November the 12th, 2003. The IMDb synopsis reads, Enterprise investigates a previously unknown colony of humans who are living in the fashion of the American Old West. They are oppressing an alien race called the Skagarans.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, does sound interesting.
Yeah.
This episode was shot on the Universal Studios backlot in Hollywood.
So it's going to look familiar then.
It might look familiar.
Yeah.
But we didn't... I don't think we spent much time on the tour. I think we sort of drove past the Western sets because it's like a 2-street, like L shape.
Yeah.
And I think we drove past and didn't really get a good look at it. So it might not look familiar.
Okay.
because I don't think we got a good look at all.
Yeah, right.
We spent a fair bit of time on the like the Back to the Future area, like that town, Hill Valley area. We spent a fair bit of time there, and then we walked around the city area.
Yep.
And they stopped specially for us at the Psycho House.
Yeah.
That was just for us. I don't usually do that. That was very nice of them. And so I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think we stopped, which is a shame because it would have been cool to have a look. But
yeah.
I mean, the Universal Studios backlot is very expansive, so it'd be a very long tour if you got out and looked at all the bits you wanted to look at. Because there's the Good Place area, and then there's the War of the Worlds plane crash site. There's the Nope. Jupiter's Claim, that whole area. There's Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives. So there's all those different things. Yeah. So obviously you can't just stop and look at all of them.
At everything.
So, we were very lucky to stop at the Hill Valley and the Psycho House, and the stuff we did was amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
A good place. No, I love that fucking show.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, I love that Forking show.
Oh dear. All right, let's go watch it.
All right.
And we're back from watching North Star. Well, Tom, what did you think?
Another good episode.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
I don't usually like the hokey Western things, but that one was okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't fistful of datas, but...
No. It kind of reminded me of the 37s as well. Yeah. But I just felt like it wrapped up too quickly. I feel like Enterprise has a bit of a problem when it comes to finishing stories. They tend to get to a point and then they just have a big fight and then the story's over.
True. They do tend to do that.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen a different resolution to this story. Like maybe they could, I don't know, get through to the Bennings guy, or maybe they could just deal with him and not have a big town fight or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Enterprise just seems to always have a big fight to finish its episode.
It does, doesn't
and
it?
it's just yawny.
Shooty.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But apart from that, I thought it was a really good episode.
Yeah, it was.
It felt almost like original series-esque. Yeah,
kind of did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was still again well paced and well acted. Like Archer again, was pretty good there, and it was just good. It was a bit of fun, really. It was good. I enjoyed it.
The other thing, my other criticism, even though I did enjoy this episode, is that it's so out of place. This season is all about the Xindi arc, and last week's episode was spectacular.
Yeah, cemented that really well.
And it reinforced it. Even though it was a standalone, it wasn't about them looking for the Xindi. It was kind of a standalone story. It still echoed what the point of the season was and the ongoing narrative.
Yeah.
This was just where's the Xindi? What's going on? Did you just go, oh, fuck the mission for a week? Don't worry. We're just out here for one particular thing, and we've been gung-ho about it, and we're so insistent on following this Xindi mission, and then you just find some humans and go, don't worry about it.
I sort of got distracted by the 6,000 humans on this.
We wanted to go ride a horse.
Yeah. And play the harmonica. Yeah.
And did the Skagarans 250 years ago, did they also abduct horses?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Or that planet just happened to have something that looked a hell of a lot like it.
I guess.
Anyway.
But,
I mean, I guess that sort of does tie in a little bit, because it does sort of, humans sort of hold grudges quite well, don't they? That's the whole sort of point. You always ask me for a lesson at the end of it. I mean, this is about sort of moving on a little bit, isn't it? And growing and evolving and all that kind of stuff. The Xindi is the main story, obviously, and their anger towards the Xindi and that whole thing there is pretty heavy, pretty high. We're just going to go and blow them out of the sky, essentially. Whereas this is sort of pulling that back a little bit, isn't it? Sort of saying, anger's not exactly the best thing all the time. You need to actually take a step back.
Sure, I understand that you could say that, but I'm just saying that there's no
direct
mention. There's no direct link to the Zindi mission or anything in this episode, which is fine because I prefer an episodic Star
series.
Trek.
Yeah,
I prefer an episodic series, but for something that's set up as a ongoing season narrative that has been so insistent and demanding of the season so far, to have a story like this in the middle of that is just not connected to the rest of it at all is just a bit off-putting.
Yeah, fair call.
But still a good episode.
Yeah.
So it's not much of a criticism. But yeah, all right. Let's get into it, shall we?
Okay.
We open on the main street of an old western frontier town with 4 men on horseback riding down the street towards a tree, and they put a noose around someone's neck, and Bennings, who we don't know his name yet, but his name's Bennings, asks if he's got any last words. They hang the bastard, hang him high, hoist his body to the sky.
When he starts twitching, oh no.
And the guy in the rope says, "Go to hell." And Benning says, "I didn't know Skaggs believed in hell." And then he fires his gun and the horse runs off and the Skag is left kicking in the air. We skip the credits and we're back on the main street, but it's daytime this time. The dead guy is now in a coffin against the wall.
Yep.
The sheriff asks the undertaker, "Who's paying for the box?"
The town's clearly not paying for it.
Town don't give a fuck. The undertaker looks towards a woman who we find out later her name's Bethany. She says that his people don't bury their dead, but I wouldn't expect you to know that. And then he says that, "I'm sorry I didn't get there in time. I would have stopped them." And she says, "What difference would it have made? They would have been on the jury at a trial."
Yeah, that's it.
So, yeah. And then he says, "Well, he killed someone. Self-defense or not, that's a hanging offense for a Skag." Well, what are you sorry for then?
Yeah.
Why would you want a trial?
Exactly. It's
Like,
just
why-
wasting time.
What difference does it make?
Yeah, because
Even if it was self-defense,
it's still guilty.
bizarre.
It's
Just
so
bizarre.
strange. Such a strange sort of sentences.
Talk about racist.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Anyway, Bethany walks away, and then we see Archer, T'Pol, and Trip in their Western attire. T'Pol has a scarf over her head covering the tops of her ears.
Of course. That's their standard disguise.
Vulcan
for
disguise.
Vulcans.
Yep, that's right.
Scarves or hats. Mostly scarves.
Or sweatbands.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Just cover the tips. Just the tip.
Just the tip. And then T'Pol says that she scanned them and confirmed that they are humans.
They could have done that from the ship, but
No, why'd bother? Get down there, have a look.
yeah, sure.
They kind of walk down a little alleyway. Archer hails Enterprise and asks for a report. Reed says that they've scanned 90% of the surface. There's about 6,000 humans, all settled in clusters within a few hundred kilometers of where they are. And there's fewer than 1,000 of the aliens, or the Skaggs, as they call them.
Yeah.
The closest encampment of Skaggs is 10 kilometers northwest of where they are. Archer asks if there's any signs of technology or energy signatures, vessels, anything like that. And Reed says, nope. But the quantum scans put the earliest structures in the settlement at around 250 years old. Which sounds about right.
Yep.
They cut off the call and Archer sends Trip and T'Pol out to the Skag settlement while he hangs around in town.
Of course. Captain's prerogative.
Yeah. He goes to the bar to have a drink.
Yeah. Yep. Why not?
Why not? You know it's going to be good whiskey back in the Old West.
Yeah, that's it. It's a paint stripper. But he's on duty, so he doesn't actually have scotch or whiskey.
He doesn't have any money to buy any anyway.
True. True.
he has the free coffee. But we're not there yet.
Sorry.
Before we get to the bar, Trip and Paul go to some stable to try to get a horse.
Yeah.
And end up bartering a harmonica, which why the fuck would Trip take a harmonica to the surface? Anyway, he does.
Probably because nobody lets him play it on the ship.
Fair.
Yeah.
But he trades the harmonica and his gun as collateral
Yeah.
to borrow a horse for a couple of hours to go out to the settlement. Then we cut to the bar. Archer comes in and he has a chat with the bartender he says that he's passing through town. He was just hoping to sit in here for a little while he cools down. Bartender says coffee's on the house. So, yep, let's have some of that. I wonder what the coffee would be like.
I was just about to say the same words. I wonder what the coffee would have been like. Because it probably wouldn't have been filtered very well. Like it would have just been like coffee into the pot. Like, say,
it'd still be roasted.
Yeah. But it,
I don't know. I mean, American coffee is not the best anyway. But
no. Probably not good.
Yeah. Archer makes up some story about a brother on a ranch and he says that he's going that way to get a job, work, to raise some blue horns. And there's an assistant or a worker in the bar that's got the same skag markings on his face. What are they called? Horns? Or they're not horns, but they're not devils.
No. No.
Anyway, he's got just shit on his face.
Pustules. That's what they look
pustules.
like. They look like pustules.
There's a picture on the wall of someone called Cooper Smith, and the bartender is very proud to say that he's his ancestor and that he's the only direct descendant of the man who overthrew the Skags. And just as they finish that interaction, 3 men enter, and it's Bennings and a couple of his lackeys.
Yeah. Such a pleasant fellow.
Yep. And he asks for a drink, and Drassic, the Skag, takes over a drink and some glasses, and Benning says, "Why don't you join us?" And then he just torments the young guy,
on him.
the young Skag. Saying, "Have a drink." You know I'm not allowed.
That's illegal.
I can bend the rules.
Yeah.
I'm a deputy. I'm better than you are.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm better. That's pretty much what he's like.
Yeah.
So he's tormenting this kid, and Archer steps in and breaks it up, basically.
In a good way.
In a nice way. Yeah.
Just like, can you get me a cup of coffee before you kill this guy?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But that makes an enemy of Bennings right off the bat.
Yeah.
He's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah. I was picking on this Skag, damn it.
Yeah. This is my Skag to torment.
Some booted up, egg sucking gutter trash.
But the sheriff comes in as well and asks if there's a problem. And he's like, "Nope, no problem here." And I just wanted to get a cup of coffee. It's a little hot for coffee, don't you think? Every time they talk in this, it reminds me when we went to Tombstone when we were on our US trip. We went to one of the shootout at the OK Corral reenactment.
Yeah, right.
And the sheriff walks in and he comes down. He goes, and we joke about this all the time. That's why I remember it so well. He comes down and he goes, "We're here for your goons." So every time they say goons, I'm like, "We're here for your goons."
For your guns, kids. Give us your guns, kids.
Stop your hands, boys. We're here for your guns.
I like it.
Yeah. So every time he said gun, or the sheriff come out and had that sort of that similar sort of twang in his voice, I was like, "We're here for your goons." So anyway, the sheriff says it's a little hot for coffee, don't you think? And basically says, "Get the fuck out." Archer leaves, saying to Bennings, "It's been a pleasure." And the sheriff, McCready, tells the other guys to keep an eye on him, make sure he leaves town, and Bennings, leave the Skag alone. We cut to the Skagaran settlement. Paul and Trip are scanning the vessel, and say that it's been there at least 200 years.
Yeah, it's just a skeleton of a ship.
Yep. And then we cut to the schoolhouse. Bethany, the school teacher, is tidying up when the door opens, and it's Archer. He introduces himself and says that he saw her that morning paying for the man's casket. And she says, I don't know where you're from, Mr. Archer, but around here, no one refers to a Skagaran as a man.
Are you southern? Like as in like the deep south? It sounded like you were going like the cornbread. Oh, Jesus.
Close enough.
Sure.
He says that he wants to learn more about the Skagarans, and she says that everyone already knows about them. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And
Why
he
wouldn't
says,
you?
there aren't any where I come from. She says that if certain people had their way, there wouldn't be any around here either.
Yeah.
She says that she heard about what he did in the bar earlier that day, and that he risked getting thrown in jail or maybe worse by making an enemy of Deputy Bennings. Archer says that he doesn't think that the Skagaran's life is any less valuable than his own, which is probably the first time she's ever heard anyone say that.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just wants to learn more, and she asks if he would like to meet more Skagarans.
Yeah, because couldn't just tell him what he's asking.
No,
That'd be too easy.
way too easy. So they get on a buggy and head off, and they're being watched by Bennings
Bum, bum,
and his henchmen. We cut to the Skagaran settlement. Archer reunites with T'Pol and Trip, and he says to Bethany that these are the friends that he told her about. She says that the Skagaran children will be there soon, so if you wanted to learn something, Mr. Archer, you're welcome to stay for the lesson. Trip makes a comment about it being too late at night to be teaching school, and Bethany says it's illegal to teach Skagarans. Archer asks T'Pol and Trip to take the crystals that they found in the data module on the wreckage of the
Derelict
ship.
ship.
Yep. To take it back to Enterprise and see what you can salvage. He's going to stick around and go to the lesson.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah. So we cut to a bit later, and she's teaching the kids some math. Then she asks one of the kids to tell Mr. Archer how the humans and Skagarans came to live together. One of the kids says basically that the Skagarans went to Earth, kidnapped a bunch of people to use as slaves back on their planet, and
Humans didn't
the
like
humans didn't want to work for the Skagarans, did they?
that.
And then Bennings comes out of the darkness and says, "No, we didn't."
Oh.
Dang it.
Yeah.
All the kids are scared and run off.
Yeah.
And Bennings says to Bethany, "I tried to warn you. Teaching Skags is a crime. You know that." She says, "Nobody's being hurt here." Bennings says, "So you say, but I'm afraid the law is the law." And Archer says, "I thought you could bend the local ordinances." The henchmen are there as well. There's a bit of a struggle. Archer ends up in custody.
Yeah.
Basically.
Both
With
of them.
Bethany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both.
Bethany and Archer are both dragged off.
Yeah.
We cut to the sheriff's office.
In the morning. And she's cleaning Archer's forehead because he bumped it when he was knocked out or knocked over or whatever.
Yep.
And then Archer's asking the questions about what the little girl was going to tell him about the humans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the rest of the story.
Yeah, and the rest of the story. So basically, it was the humans didn't want to work for them, and then they fought back, and then they put in all the legal stuff in the way so that the Skagarans can't, get married and can't, get educated and have all these positions and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So that they can't enslave the human race again, essentially. So
And the Cooper Smith guy was the
That's-
leader of the revolution.
Exactly. So he was the guy who was in running it all. But then she tells the tale of how he was actually a murderer and killed families and all sorts of horrible stuff during the overthrow, not just a liberator.
Yeah,
Mm.
correct. And just as she kind of finishes up that story, Bennings comes in and says that the sheriff wants to speak to you. And so we cut to the barber shop where the sheriff is there getting a shave. And Archer comes in. The sheriff offers him a shave and he says, no thanks. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
McCready, the sheriff, offers him a whiskey, says it's illegal Skagaran whiskey, but I let Henry keep a bottle around for pulling teeth. So the barber is pulling teeth?
Apparently.
Barber dentist is the same thing back then?
Wow. Probably would have been.
Probably would have been, yeah. Probably. So he pours a shot of whiskey for each of them. McCready actually drinks it. Archer does not.
Yeah, no, just holds it.
McCready asks a bunch of questions about why were you out there? What were you doing out there? Thought you were leaving town. Thought you were here to do the other thing. Blah, blah, blah.
Did I say I was leaving town like in the next 10 minutes? Could have been tomorrow. Could have been the day after.
McCready says that the law was laid down a long time ago to protect men like you and me. Do you really want those kids to learn how to read? To do their numbers?
To speak the English?
Then they might learn that they used to be in charge around here. How they had guns that could kill a man with a beam of light. And humans were just their labor force. Is that what you want those children to learn, Mr. Archer? Archer says you're judging them on something that happened over 200 years ago. And McCready says it's my job to make sure it never happens again. I'm not saying it's fair, but it's just the way it's always been. Get out of town. You got an hour. Then Archer asks what's going to happen with Bethany. And he says that she's been warned. She knew the consequences. Minimum sentence is 10 years. It's a long time to be in jail for teaching some kids some math.
Oh.
Sorry, numbers. We cut to the main street. Archer hails Enterprise, asks if there was any data on the modules that they found. They did manage to access some of the logs, but they're still working on the translation. He says that he'll meet them at the landing coordinates in an hour, but there's something he has to do first.
Yeah, wonder what that is.
Then he goes into the sheriff's office. He punches Bennings out cold and jailbreaks Bethany out of the prison cell. He locks Benning into the cell after she gets out. He's like, you're not spending 10 years in jail. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's silly.
So, yeah.
Go to a different town.
Yeah. Then we see the sheriff come back and find Bennings in the cell. And Bennings just says, it was Archer. And then McCready lets him out and they go out onto the street, weapons drawn, saying they couldn't have got very far. Get Nash and Franklin. Obviously, that's the henchmen.
Yeah.
Archer and Bethany make a run for it. But Bennings shoots her. She falls down to the ground. McCready looks pissed off that happened. But Archer gets his communicator out and hails Enterprise right in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Saying, lock the transporter under my position. There are two of us. And Bennings yells out, drop whatever it is. Then they disappear.
Yeah. They get beamed to the ship.
They get beamed to the ship
Which
in front of
means-
everyone.
Yeah, which is just crazy. Absolutely a stupid decision. But it also means that they now have a transporter guy, right?
I guess.
Because it was instant almost.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't...
They didn't have to send anyone down to the transporter.
That's right, exactly. Which means they've got someone standing by, right?
Hello, transporter chief.
Yeah, exactly.
Job must exist now.
Good for him. I mean, I'm sure that was a guy who's like, you know what would be a really good job? I'm going to suggest that.
Yeah. I only have to do something once every, once a year.
That's right. I can just sit there and play on my phone all day, every day, basically.
Hello, Angry Birds.
Yeah, that's it.
We cut to sickbay on the Enterprise. Bethany's on the operating table. Phlox is doing surgery, working away. T'Pol asks if anyone saw them transport. Archer says, well, I didn't exactly have time to find a secluded spot.
Middle of town. Middle of town.
She says, your disappearance may have consequences.
Nah.
Flock says that she'll be okay and says that she's actually 1/4 Skagaran, that the cranial genes are recessive, which is why she looks human, but she's actually 1/4 Skagaran.
Yeah, you go.
We cut down to the sheriff's office. Bennings and McCready are there. Bennings, after watching Archer and Bethany beam away, is saying that Archer must be working with the Skags, because remember, we've all heard the stories about the Skags being able to move through air from one place to another. And McCready says, you ought to get your eyes checked, Bennings. Archer's a human. Bennings says, well, he must be working with them. What was he doing out in Skagtown? Why did he stick up for the kid in the bar? And McCready says, because you were being a horse's ass.
Do I have to put a disclaimer on the front of this episode?
Well, for bad accents.
Yeah. Terrible accents will ensue.
Warning, this episode contains bad accents. So Bennings decides that the best course of action would be to ride out to Skagtown and burn them all out.
Yeah, sure.
And that there'd be plenty of volunteers to help make that happen. McCready says, now you listen to me. We're not going to murder those people just because some stranger spooked you with a parlor trick. Now, if you get some proof that the Skagarans are up to something, we'll take care of it. Benning says, you've always been too soft on them. And he says, and you've always harassed them, but that needs to change. As long as you work for me, our job is to enforce the law. Understood? Benning says, understood, and takes off his badge and drops it to the floor. God, the drama.
Yeah. Also means that if he does anything wrong now, he's not covered by the law, which means he can be arrested.
We cut to the control center at the back of the bridge, and Hoshi has translated the logs from the Skagaran wreckage and says that the story that Bethany told Archer is basically true, that the humans were brought from Earth for labor, and that there were some disciplinary problems.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. And 6 months after they arrived, the logs end.
Yeah. Funny that.
Yeah. So they're trying to decide what they do with these 6,000 people. Like, what do we do with them? We can't take them back. They won't fit on the Enterprise, and we're on a mission.
Yeah, that's it. They're on a mission already, and 6,000 people anyway is not going to happen.
No. So Archer says, once we've dealt with the Zindi, we'll come back, I guess. Do what we can to help them for now. But at the moment, they deserve to know that Earth hasn't abandoned them. Then we cut to Main Street, and a shuttle pod comes flying down and lands in the middle of the street.
Good plan.
McCready grabs his gun.
Yeah.
And Archer, T'Pol, Reed, and a couple of the Army Mako guys get out of the shuttle pod. And Archer just says, we need to talk. Then we cut into the sheriff's office. McCready and Archer are talking, and Archer's filling him in on the history. Like, I was born in upstate New York. I lived most of my life in San Francisco. You heard about San Francisco.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. McCready asks... McCready says that there was a part of him that never believed Earth existed, that it was something that people made up because they just couldn't stand living there, and then asks if Archer's going to take them back. And he says, well, we can't right now. Our ship's not big enough, but we will come back, or someone will come back.
Yeah.
The world you left is not the same as the one your ancestors left.
Yeah.
A lot has changed in 300 years. We've moved past things like intolerance and prejudice. Except for Vulcans. We don't like them.
Yeah. Yeah, or any other
or
species that isn't our own.
Yeah.
Any other humans, fine, but, bring an alien. Whoa.
We cut to the main street, and Reed's complaining because they've been in there for so long. T'Pol says, I imagine the sheriff has a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. And just then, as if on cue, Sheriff and Archer walk out.
Yeah. Archer goes basically to say that the sheriff's going to come up to the ship for a visit.
Yep.
Then the sheriff gets shot. by Benny in the shoulder.
Because he shot the sheriff.
God. You waited for me to do that, didn't you?
Maybe. Correct. So yes, Benning shoots the sheriff. Then there's a big shooty, fighty.
Typical shit.
Typical Enterprise wrap up of the story.
Yep.
And everyone gets shot.
Yep. Everybody gets shot and hurt in some way or another. Benny gets knocked out eventually after a fist fight with the captain.
Of course.
Because that's how it works. I'm surprised, because it's not Shatner, I suppose, his shirt doesn't always come off.
No. No,
but I'm surprised. And then that all happens for ages, very long time. But I did like Malcolm here. The one time, because he actually shoots to Paul when she gets taken hostage by someone. Because he's like, stop or I'll kill her. And then he's like, shoots to Paul, she falls to the ground, and then he shoots the bad guy. It's like, why doesn't
to me.
everybody fucking do that?
Yeah.
How many series of Star Trek and that hasn't happened? And every time I'm like, just shoot her. You got a stun weapon. It's not going to hurt. But anyway, it's happened. So I really liked that.
Yep.
But anyway, all that wraps up and they end up back on Enterprise.
End up back on Enterprise in the briefing room. Bethany's gazing out the window with Archer next to her, and he points out where the town would be, but it's too high up to see from here. And she says, you must think we're barbaric.
Yes.
All the things that humanity's accomplished, and we're still down here shooting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, damn right.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, I do. Exactly.
You're so right.
You've had 200 years to grow up. You haven't.
And you've done nothing.
Yeah.
Done nothing.
You've just done exactly. You're still shooting horses and shooting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're just fucking idiots.
Yep. He tries to make it feel better. Like, it didn't all happen at once. But it's going to be a while before we can start sending ships here. And maybe by the time they arrive, they might find that things have changed. And she says, I think you're giving us too much credit.
Me too.
Me too. But he says, it's happening already. I spoke with McCready. He agrees that in the light of recent events, some of your laws might be a little outdated.
Yeah, the one sheriff in one town who's already been shot for his ideals has thought that it could be some room.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
But we cut to later. She's back on the planet. She's teaching in a mixed class of human and Skagaran children. She has a pad in her hand, and she's talking to them about the Wright brothers and creating flight for the first time.
Yeah.
And the sheriff is standing in the doorway watching with a smile on his face. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, now we talked through it. What did you think?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was just good. It was a bit of fun. I enjoyed it. It was a very sort of typical story. Good versus bad. All that. That one dickhead you want to punch in the face for just being a dick.
Yeah, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
It was a bit. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, like there's not much to it really. Like I mean, it's
No.
not an overly complex story. It's not an overly anything like that. Like it's just a little bit of fun. Like
It
it's
felt
enjoyable.
very Star Trek to me.
Yeah.
Like, despite the Western.
Well,
setting,
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
it just felt like a Star Trek story.
Yeah.
And I think the different genres like they do. I know we complained about Strange New World doing it too much, but in these sorts of series where it's heavily standardized,
Yeah.
to have these genre different episodes
Yeah.
is actually good. Like, it's fun when they do this stuff because
It is.
they don't do it every week.
Yeah,
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good episode.
it was. It was very well done.
And the life lesson in this one?
So moving on would be the lesson in this one. So moving on, evolving, and not letting the past control everything is pretty much where I'd come from with that life lesson in this one.
Okay, Rafiki. It doesn't matter. It's the past.
Yeah, exactly. In the past.
And the bad accents for this episode continue. All right. Let's talk IMDb ratings. Our examples of 1 episodes are Voyager's Threshold and Enterprise's Precious Cargo. Examples of 10 episodes are Next Gen's Tapestry and Deep Space Nine's Far Beyond the Stars. With those in mind, what do you want to rate this episode?
It's still a really good episode, so I want to rate it higher than most. I want to put it up there, but I don't want to put it as high as last week, so I'm going to go a 7 or an 8.
Well, looking at some of the other episodes we've done, I think that co-genitor episode, do you remember that episode with the third gender that trip?
Yeah.
That was we gave that one an 8. I feel like this is probably on par with that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. North Star can get an 8.
Excellent.
That makes sense to me.
Yep.
All right. That must be it for this week. So you can find us on Facebook at Temporal Directive Podcast and on Instagram, just Temporal Directive, or you could email us at wakefield_productions@outlook.com. We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode or anything Star Trek related, so please get in touch. We'll be back next week with the episode, Similitude? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Similitude.
We'll go with that.
I guess we'll find out next week.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.